Hi beautiful people, in this video I'm going to share with you my experience in India. It was a 20 days vacation and the main purpose was to see my mother because she was very serious and I had to be there to see her in India along with my family. So the first thing that I had to do to leave UAE was to get my COVID PCR result, and that had to be negative 96 hours before taking the flight to India. Thankfully, I got my result on time and I was able to leave for India. So, the first flight that I had to take was Dubai to Delhi, because every flight that was coming to India had to be connecting to Delhi, the first flight, because immigration and clearance and check-in and everything had to happen from Delhi. The main purpose was because they had to check our PCR certificate, and based on that they were sending us for quarantine. But since I had taken special permission to travel to India due to my mother's medical condition, it was very stressful, but there was no other way. It had to be done. I'm very happy that India is trying their best to take care of the COVID situation at the moment. The airport was very clean and tidy. There were a lot of hand sanitizer dispensers every corner. They were maintaining social distancing as well. And this was the third time that I was in Delhi airport, but it is so unfortunate that I have never traveled anywhere to Delhi besides the airport. So thankfully everything went well, and the second flight that I had to take was from Delhi to Pune. My mother was being treated in Pune, so that was the reason I had to travel to Pune. And here I reached in about 3 to 4 hours, I cannot remember very well. So this is my little nephew. His name is Jaden. He's very cute and he's a little bundle of joy. And the boy besides him is my son Austin. He is 12 years old. It was a nice bonding time that I had with the children. My son had to study online classes because he was preparing for his exam. So there was a little of mischief, laughter, a little of everything that we had to balance very well. But I'm so happy that I went home. Thankfully, we also got a very good news that our mother was able to be discharged very soon because she was recovering well and her body was responding very well to the treatment. If you want to know what was the exact reason for the sickness, it was pneumonia, severe pneumonia. So I enjoyed the atmosphere in India. There was nice rain. I had experienced rain in about 6 years, I believe so. And it was such a nice experience having tea in the balcony, watching the rain. The weather was nice and cold. It was a pleasant atmosphere. Going out for walks in the evening and just experiencing the rain was amazing. I think even the time that I have gone for vacation, it has been the first time since I left India about 6 years back. This was the first time that I had gone for vacation in the monsoon, because normally I always go in the summers because of my son's vacation. So it was nice sitting in the evenings, having tea, cooking nice food, laughing, playing, having fun. It was a nice time that I had at home. This is my sister Sabina. She is my second oldest sister. We had a nice time together. Enjoying some Belgian waffles in the evening. It's delicious, sweet, and full of chocolate delight. This is my son again. This is my brother-in-law. His name is Brian, and this is my eldest sister. Her name is Sophia. This was the lightning and thundering that I was talking about earlier, the rain, which continued. Atmosphere was nice and cozy enough. There were different days that we had. We used to go to the park, we went to the mall. We took all the necessary precautions to avoid getting coronavirus, wearing masks, using the hand sanitizer, maintaining social distancing. Everything was kept in mind, and definitely it was a nice time at home. There was also my nephew's birthday. His name is Darius. It was his 5th birthday. So it was a nice occasion because we had a lot of friends come home, and it was a nice experience to see them all after a long time. There was nice Goan food that my sister cooked. And there was delicious cake, there was nice karaoke, singing, dancing. It was a nice experience altogether. This is my nephew, his name is Darius. That was his fifth birthday cake. This was his first birthday that I got to witness, because I normally used to go for vacation in the summers, April or May, because that's when my son gets his summer break. But this was the first time I was at home for his birthday, and it was such an eventful day. It was a memorable time that we had all together as a family bonding. And also, the good thing was that my mother was present with us for the birthday. So she was all nice and happy, enjoying the moment, singing and dancing. You'll see her in the video very soon. I'm going to show you my mother, my happy mother. Here's my beautiful mother. As you can see, I'm so identical to her. In fact, all my siblings, we all look just like my mother. She's happily enjoying with us, dancing, enjoying the moment. It was so nice to be around her, to look after her, to take care of her, to give her food on time. It was such a nice experience. I thank God that I was able to see my mother doing fine. Doctors told us so many things, but we kept trusting. And God never left us alone, and my mother was enjoying with us. So that's how my 20 days vacation came to an end, and I had to leave India to travel back to Dubai. It was the same procedure in terms of the flight, Pune to Delhi and Delhi to Dubai. I had to get my COVID test done again in order to leave India, and it had to be the same 96 hours before the flight departure. And thankfully it was negative again and I was able to leave. So I'm at the airport now, at the Delhi airport, waiting for my flight, just looking around. It was a nice time at the airport. Although I missed home and I cried a little bit, but then you have no choice. You have to move ahead. You have to continue your journey. Especially if you have decided you have to do something. That's how life is all about. When I reach Dubai, I will have to go through home quarantine for 7 days home quarantine, and I'm going to be working on a nice video. So please stay tuned for the next video. That will be my home quarantine video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do it now. So now I have already reached Dubai airport. So the first thing that we had to do when you reach the Dubai airport was to get our COVID test done there and there at the airport itself. And the result came within 24 hours. The next day itself my result came, which was again negative. Now I'll be home quarantined for 7 days. After 7 days again I'll do my COVID test. So that will be the third test. And that's how I will then resume back to work. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please stay tuned for more and continue spreading the love.